All right, we're live.
Shit, what it do, man?
Yep, what's up, man? What's up,
That's
everybody
number
in
one.
chat? We already got a bunch of people talking in chat.
What? Already?
Yep, already.
No. How you check out the chat? Oh,
Oh,
man, I should never done that. I screwed myself. I should have messed with that.
you got Inky Brook Cards in here. You got David Ridgway, Lane, Eduardo's in here. Got a bunch of great collectors in the chat right now. But
What?
good to see I got MC on, one of the best collectors in the Fortnite card community, and he's coming on to do a live stream with me. And I mean, we can just get started now.
All right, sounds good.
So the first question I asked all my guests is, how did you first start collecting Fortnite cards?
I guess I first started collecting Fortnite cards because I started collecting for a long time after my Pokemon cards got stolen. So I worked a lot, stopped collecting, and then Luka Doncic came out, and then when I saw Luka Doncic came out, I started collecting sports cards again. Like, man, I gotta get some Luka Doncic cards. So when I got a Luka Doncic card, I was like, oh man, it'll be awesome if Fortnite ever got cards that came out, and then like 5 months later, after I was thinking about that, bam, here comes a Discord message from some people I follow for like collector type stuff. Like, oh man, you guys heard your Fortnite got cards coming out? So I got some Discord little invite or checkout thing to read some blog or whatever, and that's the one that Wayne actually his prototypes actually ended up on that blog where I got recommended to go check out for the new cards coming out. So it's pretty cool.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the prototypes are some of the first cards you actually ever saw then?
I guess so, and apparently I didn't know that, but that was the first blog that I saw that someone dug up and shared to the group. That was the first blog that I got on Discord. Someone shared it on Discord, the link to that blog to go read it, and that's when I read up on Fortnite cards. Like, oh, cool, they got Fortnite cards coming out. And the dude talked about it and stuff, and I actually emailed him and messaged him, but he never got back to me on it. But I just kind of, of course, Googled it and looked information wherever I could, so.
Okay, so when after you saw the prototypes and everything, what drew you to do more research on just the other regular cards?
Just a collector at heart, man. Like I said, my mom, she was a collector. That's who got me into collecting was my mom, big time. When she was always pushing me into the Pokemon cards and stuff, and really collecting if I liked them and stuff. And she knows a collector, so just collecting in general. I've already a collector, so.
Yeah. So did you play Fortnite, the game, before you collected the cards then?
I actually did not play Fortnite. My little nieces played, and they were always playing on the phone. Every time I come over, they're always playing. It's like, could spend time with them. They're always playing Fortnite. And I go to Texas, visit my family in Texas. Everyone's playing Fortnite. So like, man, Fortnite's the new biggest thing. I know these kids are trying to be part of my generation with the Pokemon and stuff, but now Fortnite's definitely this generation thing, and I saw it. So that's why I'm definitely investing a lot of money in Fortnite for sure, so.
Yeah. So when you first got into the cards, and what were your main goals when you first started collecting? What did you originally want to complete?
After I seen what the checklist was, my main goals was to for sure complete the set. And after I completed the set, I had the three-peat in mind for everything. But you know how small of a set it is, how many collectors there's just out there, and people hit me up all the time, always wanting cards and stuff. So it was always kind of hard trying to stay focused on my goal. But my goal was always to get at least a good 3 or 4 of almost every card that was out there. It's just, I came from Pokemon, I had Pokemon, so I knew it was going to happen. And Fortnite's definitely going to be way better than Pokemon if it can't take off or how limited it is, So
Yeah.
definitely want to go crazy.
So since you didn't play the game, and I know you have certain cards you favor more than others, what drew you to those particular cards?
Me is more of the artwork, if I was to play the game, definitely that would be something. Those would be skins I would play. I play video games. I'm a big video game player. Me is just as you can see, I work a lot, so I never got time to play video games. I mean, some of my guys they bring their Xboxes up there and play video games after work and do things, but yeah, they're not distressed about all the headaches, all the work and stuff. So they get the free time after work to think about stuff like that. Me, I'm always focused on work and the other things going on and playing video games. I would love to, but my mind can't stay focused on it like I used to when I was younger. So.
Yeah, for sure. So, as you started growing your collection, did your goals and your focus shift from getting a three-peat to when S2 came out? Did your focus shift to more Series 2 or anything like that?
Me, it was definitely Series 1. I definitely want to make sure I got cards. And Series 2 and 3, as you guys can see, I didn't really buy. I didn't open many boxes. Like I said, you guys already see what's going on in my game. My thing's all sealed for Series 2 and 3 because a lot of people kind of bash 2 and 3 sometimes. But man, them mega boxes is where it's going to be, you know. And later on, when those cards are very expensive, the mega boxes are going to cost a lot of money. So you know, so definitely my goal for 2 and 3 was mostly collecting mega boxes and sealed product to have a bunch of that later, you know. So we're gonna have Money Mitch's own store called Money Mitch Fortnite RS. So check that out in like the near future. No, I'm just kidding, man.
No, I mean you should do something like that. That'd be pretty fun. That'd be
No,
pretty cool.
no one do that like that, man.
So I know you also have a good amount of sealed for Series 1, but you prioritize sealed for Series 2 and 3 more. Is there like a particular reason behind that?
It's just, you know, sometimes product is, you can make a lot more money on something for people wondering what's in there and actually open it. You know, like me, I don't play Fortnite, so like none of these skins I'm really hunting that much. You're just skins that I like and stuff, you know. So it's that'd be more of, you know, later on just knowing people are gonna hunt for certain skins, so keep that product sealed. Oh man, ain't no problem with me. I'm not hunting for any skins or anything, you know. So and now my
Yeah.
little nephew is, I'm supposed to make him a nice little package for him here in a little bit to send him back to Texas, you know. So
Okay. So when you were going for the three-peat of every crystal chart and everything, like how did you mainly acquire most of those cards? Was it through the Facebook group? Was it through trades or ripping?
a lot of that was ripping, and a lot of it was mostly through eBay, of course. You know, like guys on eBay. Like I had eBay unlocked, man. Not a whole lot of people could buy off eBay because of me personally. So I used to email people and stuff like, hey man, whatever card you got, you're talking about $20-$30 for these cards, I'll give you $40-$50. I don't care. I'll double whatever you want for that card, because you know I saw what was going to happen. So people were emailing me lists all the time on eBay. I had like 20-30 sellers, and I had people in Europe sending me lists of their Italy cards, and I had Italy stores that wouldn't sell US, but I had to convince them to sell to the US and ship it to me and stuff. So man, I was all over the place.
Okay. And
Yeah.
you were one of the original members in the Facebook group, like right from the beginning. So like, did you kind of notice like a lot of perspective changes on what cards were going to be good back then compared to what people think now?
Just like I think everybody else think, you know, like any card can be a big card. There's so many cards that people favor more. We don't know what's gonna be a big card. You know, like I was chatting up with my little nephew. He was so shocked at newborn had the skins and stuff. But he even told me, he's like, man, he's like, yeah, when I get older, there's gonna be a lot of skins. You don't know what skin's gonna be big. So Fortnite has a big variety of different skins to be big. You know, so no matter what series it is, any card can almost overtake the cake any day. You know, so depends on what skin's hot. You know, so. And what the kids want. So
Yeah. So, and then when you were ripping, do you like have a number how many mega boxes you ripped for Series 1 if you'd like to share that?
um I think originally when I pre-ordered from David and Adams, I think I pre-ordered 10 cases of mega boxes and 2 cases of hobbies. And then from there, I probably bought a few cases here and there, and then mostly Targets in Alaska. Nobody was buying it. So like every couple of days, man, I was getting like at least a good 20-30 mega boxes from Target for a good like 2 months maybe or so when I was home before I
So
went back to work.
your original order was 10 sealed cases of Series 1 USA mega boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just insane. Did you pull a Black Knight?
I did not pull any Black Knights, man. I wish I could have pulled Black Knight. I actually was trying to buy Black Knight in the group, and ever since I've been in the group, I had a lot of problems with people, you know, because of course, you know, I came in with like, hey, I'm looking for Black Knight, whatever song for, you know, eBay. I was almost like paying double, adding money to it. And one guy in the group did not like that. Any post I made for Black Knight, he deleted. You know, he was one of the one of the moderators at first, you know, so it was hard for me to buy cards in the group when I first got to the group at first. You know, of course, the group loved me, but that one moderator, he used to delete every single post I made. It was so difficult for me to buy cards to the group, so that's why I didn't pull any Black Knights, but yeah, it was kind of a pain in the butt. I wish I could have pulled Black Knight, you know, trying to buy him with a pain in the butt too, you know, getting blocked like that, you know. So I still got my Black Knights though.
Yeah.
Want more, but still got them. Wish I would pull one.
So you ripped the full 10 cases?
Yeah, I ripped all those. Yeah, I
Okay.
ripped all those, and a lot of people were trading with me, and then when I traded, man, I was like real nice on my trades. Like some people would give me maybe 1 card, 2 cards. I'll give them like 5, 6 cards. I was pretty heavy on my trades, you know. So I was opening them, giving them to my little nieces. I had 2 nieces in Alaska with me at the time who were playing, and I was giving them all the cards they wanted, and people were trading with me, and yeah, I was giving away a lot of cards, a lot of cards.
Okay. So this is kind of a topic that's come up recently is, did you notice the weapon cards came up less or were less common than other regular skin cards?
No, I didn't notice that. You know, I try to keep up with the group and all the polls and stuff that comes up on stuff like that. You know, whenever I get my free time and stuff. But no, I didn't catch that part.
Okay, so like there was no sequence that you noticed of possibly being a shorter print for different shards of different rarities.
No, I didn't never notice that.
Okay, so if you want to share, what was the best card you actually pulled?
I would say the best card I pulled would definitely have to say Peely for sure. I pulled maybe 3, 4 Peely ices.
Okay, all right, that's
Yeah.
not bad. 3 or 4. That's insane, man. So,
Yeah.
did you grade them yet? Oh no, yeah, you always have your stuff raw. I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, I'm in the process of trying to get all my stuff graded. I mean, I got a bunch of stuff here that I showed in the group when I was back in work on the summertime. That same thing getting graded, but I am definitely in the process of getting everything graded. Everyone keeps giving me a hard time by not grading the Black Knights and stuff. Obviously, those are very expensive, and I got to try to find time off during the summer to actually go to nationals and take my high dollar cards and get those graded. I do not want to send those through the mail. You know, it's a lot of
Yeah.
money to lose. You know, so.
Yeah, I mean, I really seen this send off a PSA sub with shards, but nothing, nowhere near the caliber you got. But
Yeah.
the
Send
Nationals
in
probably
three.
way to go for your Black Knights and Peelies.
Yeah, no, send in 3 Black Knights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you also have a really nice prototype collection. What kind of drew you to those?
What drew me to the prototypes was definitely, you know, they're the first print. You know, they're the cards that Epic or Panini sends to Epic and see if they like the cards and stuff. So you know, there's stuff that is not supposed to make it to the public, and I love stuff like that. I'm a collector, you know, so I gotta have something like that in my collection. You know, I know Wayne first brought it to our attention and stuff when he first got it and stuff, when he did all the research and stuff on it and get everything all taken care of. You know, I mean, I probably could have slid in early, got a pretty decent deal on some of those, but I wanted him to go do all the proper paperwork and everything taken care of and stuff, so he can get his due diligence and make what he needs to make off of it. You know, so
Yeah.
it was pretty. You know, he did a lot to get those where they're at. You know, so spent a lot of money too.
I like what you said is how they're the very first ever Fortnite cards. I don't think people talk about that enough. The prototypes are the first Fortnite cards.
Yes, they are.
That is something. Yeah. So
Yeah. They're the ones that they're gonna look at like we don't like this, we don't like that, and a bunch of guys in the office gonna be like, oh, let's change this and let's change that, and that's probably what happened there, and they're supposed to get destroyed. And obviously, one of those people sitting in that chair was like, oh man, it's gonna make me some money one day, and took it all. So it took a bunch of
yeah,
us.
because you see the prototypes of the image variations and everything like that. That's pretty cool.
Mm,
So do you have like cards on you? Because I know we kind of talked about maybe showing some cards off. Do you have any with you that you'd like to share?
yeah, I got a bunch of stuff. I mean, I got all my graded cards, I got my prototype cards, I got my Series 1 cards. I got some comic books. Actually, I got a bunch of mail here at one of my friend's house. Like, I get a bunch of packages. I forget what's in there. And he was like, hey, you got a bunch of packages. I'm like, okay, what's that? So I got a package here that I think is a bunch of comic books and stuff. I was going to share with the group. I actually shared it like a couple months ago for the Peely first cover appearance, you know. I know a guy, he has like, he's sitting on like 150 of these comic books. You know, I ended up picking up like 12 of them or something, you know, like a month ago or something, or 2 months ago.
Okay. So we were kind of talking about the prototypes. So would you mind showing some of those right now?
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, let's do that prototype.
Take a look at chat real quick here. You got Dylan in here for taking high ground. Lane's still in here. 10 cases. Yeah. Yeah, Dylan, that was something when I heard about those 10 cases. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was like, and then they actually wasn't one of the companies that emailed us and said, hey, we're gonna push it back, you know, because Panini pushed it back. They were like, you know, of course they sent me emails, so it was gonna be later and stuff, you know. So
Yeah.
But of course, everybody already know I picked up one of these off of Wayne. You know, me and him did that deal, so he gave me this for free, which I was happy that he threw this in. You know, he threw this in the deal. He also threw in, of course, the promos that were later released, printed in Italy or printed in the USA, but released in Italy. So it's pretty cool to get these, you know, in part of that deal, in a little prototype deal. So I was pretty happy about that, or the unreleased cards, I should say, technically.
Is that the promo set from Series 3?
Yes, from Series 3, the Italy ones that were that not many people know about, I guess. And there's like one guy in the group, he has like 5 or 6 of them left, or whatever. But there's not that many printed. But they were printed in the USA and released in Italy or something like that, or stamped on it. It's kind of weird, but yeah.
Okay.
But okay, what was I looking for?
Yeah, we were taking a look at some of your prototypes.
Yeah, so this is one that after I got there, me and Wayne, of course you guys know me and Wayne, we hung out for about a week or so. It's pretty cool. Man, Wayne's such a cool dude and stuff. And we were sitting at the table, and I was like, man, I need one more good card to add to my collection, So we ended up working a cash and trade deal for this card before I took off. So it's nice to add the prototype shotgun to the collection, and it's a pretty good grade, It's like, man, and not too many of those out there, So I was pretty excited to add to that collection. That was one of mine. Like, oh yeah, and of course,
yeah, that pump shotgun prototype, that's awesome, man. Because I mean, that pump shotgun's up right now. People are really hyped about that card as of late.
Oh yeah, it's a big gunning game, and yeah, so it's like it's cool, because like I said, when I was talking to my nephew, naming some of the cool weapons and this and that, and he was showing me a couple cool weapons that, if they got this weapon, make sure you get this, make sure you get that. So he was actually showing me a couple other cool weapons, trying to add to the collection and stuff that he can see that kids will like and stuff. Because he's actually pretty good. I was watching him playing stuff, man, and he got a good following on his little group. But yeah, here's one of the actual unreleased cards. So I actually had to resend this back to Wayne because originally it had the original CGC label on it. So he was at Nationals. And he actually had, hey, you want me to get a read with the new label? Like, yeah, you might as well go get it with the new label and stuff, So it was pretty nice to add a couple unreleased, to the collection. The unreleased ones, those were definitely the most expensive ones, But
yeah.
So I only got 2 of those in the set, and one of these days when I can try to make a fork up some cash or figure out something, I can talk to Wayne and get another deal or not a deal, but working on a trade with some stuff and some cash or something with him to add another third USA to the collection, because I do have 3 Italy prototypes. I need to actually send the CGC to get in the CGC label, because he got them in some Italy thing from the guy who came into the group and was selling to us and stuff.
Yeah. And when you mentioned Wayne at the National, I was able to meet Wayne at the National. Like you said, he is a great guy.
He is.
I was able to prototype off him.
But yeah, he's a very good guy, and a lot of people think sometimes you spend a lot of money on some of these prototype cards, but they don't realize that later on the value that they can get to, later, which is good. And man, I'm definitely happy with the price Minium came up with, because I thought it was gonna be more and it wasn't. So I was happy where we kind of settled at,
Yeah, for sure.
And of course, I got definitely a couple more weapons in there, a couple little weapon changes and stuff. Some are zoomed in or zoomed out and stuff, just little minor changes, which is nice, to get. I mostly went with like the outfit changes and like those type of prototype cards and stuff. It's like I wanted more unreleased skins. Like I said, those were definitely high dollar ones.
Yeah.
So we got a couple in the collection. Oh, I got one right here, man. This is my favorite one, absolutely my favorite card right here. It's actually, it became my favorite after someone kind of hit me up like, hey, I kind of need this card. So yeah, I don't think this card's ever going to leave my collection. Now I know he needs it to complete his freaking master set for Bullseye. Yeah, he's never getting this card.
Yeah. So you like Bullseye a lot for eye appeal?
I don't like Bullseye. I'm just hoping Wes is out here watching, giving him a hard time right now that he ain't getting this card.
Yeah, he's definitely known as the Bullseye collector.
Oh yes, he is. Oh yeah, he's all. Yeah, of course, he's already hit me up with it, trying to get out of my hands. I'm like, yeah, that thing's gonna sit in my hands for a while, so I don't think so.
All right, so yeah, that was really nice showing your prototypes like that. And I don't know, you maybe share some of your shards real quick from Series 1?
Yeah, we can go through some Series 1 shards real quick.
All right, maybe just go through some of your personal favorites.
Personal favorites. You already know my absolute personal favorite is definitely Power Chord. Me, I listen to all types of music, rock music. I mean, hip hop. I listen to whatever got a good tune to it. So definitely, I like the type of rocker type chick sometimes. So that's the reason why I definitely like Power Chord. Kind of the little rocker chick type thing. So that's definitely one of my favorite series ones right there for sure.
I think that's one point people kind of don't also sleep on for Fortnite cards is some of these skins represent something more than just the Fortnite skin. Like you just said, like the music you listen to, that kind of represents that, and that's what drew you to Power Chord.
Mm-hmm.
That's something you also consider when investing in these Fortnite cards.
Yep, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So many different aspects of Fortnite to collecting and stuff. Just like kids building up their locker, having their own personal locker collection in their own house and stuff, instead of having it online as something you can lose. Epic Games will take your account away from you any second if you buy skins and all that stuff online. So at least with the card, you ain't losing your locker. So
yeah.
And of course, we also know Dark Bomber's in there. She's definitely one of my personal favorites. So if anybody got a Dark Bomber, you guys know I'm always looking.
Yeah. That Dark Power does have incredible eye appeal.
It does, man. It's such a fun sport. Fortnite cards, man, they are so beautiful, and I just love how they just, the light reflects off of them. They're very good cards, and yeah, I think that they have a very good potential later. I know they kind of had their higher spot for a second and dropped down because of COVID. And everything going COVID, of course, obviously went up and stuff, So
yeah. And Dark Bomber also has a big role in the storyline as well.
Yes.
That's a really nice card. And then so you're showing off some of your S1 shards, and you also have some PC cards in that too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we got some of that in Series 2. Of course, these are some of my personal favorites right here because I actually pulled all these, which was crazy, man. I never ever pulled, this many of one card, because I pulled more, but I'm trading them off and stuff. So Aura is definitely one of my favorite Series 2 skins. Plus, I know Dylan wants her, and a lot of other people want her. I know she's a big skin, so got a couple of sealed ones too. Oh, these will stand with me for a very, very long time. So.
Oh, the sealed ones. That's really cool, man.
Yeah, I got two. I got two that are sealed and two that are not sealed that I got left in the collection. And of course, obviously, I still got a lot of Series 2 sealed boxes that I'm actually opening some of them. Like I said, I know my little nephew has a couple cards that he didn't want from Series 2. I have some of them that I can give to him, but some of them I have to buy and look for him, so to get in his little collection.
Yeah. Okay. That is something, pulling all those auras and then keeping them sealed. That's something different that I think people might overlook in the future.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I don't think anyone's keeping those sealed, and then that'll be something very unique. I like that idea.
I want to get them. I'm not sure if I'm going to get them graded or not,
Get them graded.
Yeah, get them graded. I see some people get the packs graded, so I'm not sure if I'm going to grade it or not, definitely got two of my, well, I'm not the one guy who got like 20 of these cards, but who can't like the Brat? That is so cool. You got a hot dog and he's just chilling and stuff. This is definitely one of my favorite Series 2 skins right here, and they came out in number 2. And then, of course, I like all of the Yonders, man. I mean, all versions is cool. Of course, Series 1's a lot cooler, but the one came out Series 2, man, that gold and that yellow, it pops on that ice so hard. And, man, it was so hard. I had a goal in mind and trying to at least get a good 5 or 6 of those. But, yeah, that gold didn't get made. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Of the cracked ice, of course. I'm more of a cracked ice collector, but I'll get the holographics and all those stuff, too, just to add to the collection.
Okay. I noticed for the first 3 cards you pulled up for Series 2 was all the yellow or gold cracked ice.
Yeah.
Those just have so great eye appeal for Series 2.
They do, man. They do. The gold and the blue ones in Series 2, man. All those cards pop in Series 2. The blue and the gold are two of my favorite skins to chase in Series 2 cards with the blue and gold for sure.
Yeah.
And even the pink, man, I know I might get a little stuff for this one here, but Starlight, she's one of my favorite ones inside there. Her and that pink cracked ice, that card looks so cool, man. I freaking love it, you know?
Yeah.
So she's one of my favorite Series 2 skins also. I got a bunch of her cracked ice and a couple PSA 10s of her.
All right. Did you pull most of these or just buy them up as singles?
Mostly singles.
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I think out of all those boxes I got, I think I might have opened like 20 boxes, 30 boxes myself from Series 2. The rest of it's all still I saved.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you got lucky pulling all those Oris from just that, I mean, just 30 boxes?
What was that?
You say you got lucky pulling all those Oris from those boxes?
Oh yeah, I got all the orders from the box. I got a couple more too, and I'm trading to a few people. But yeah, I pulled all those, and the crazy thing about it was when I pulled them too, I opened the box, got one, and like 2 boxes later, got another one. I was like, all right, cool. And then very next, I opened up a couple more boxes. I pulled 5 of those within like a 2 day span. You know, it's like what the, you know, it's like wow.
Yeah.
You know, well, what's the odds, you know? I mean, of course, I bought all over eBay, so there's some all over the USA. I'm buying packages 4 or 5, 10 at a time. So, of course, there's some all over the USA, and that was the biggest thing. But what's the odds of them, after I reorganize everything, them being all next to each other like that, you know, for the few 20, 30 boxes I said I was going to open, you know, it was crazy.
Yeah. And yeah, it is something.
It
Just
is
from those
something.
and at the beginning of Series 2, Aura really wasn't, people really didn't care about it that much until later on.
Yeah,
So,
people didn't really care about her too much. And then of course, you know, Dylan started talking about her and really pointing out how big she was in the storyline and this and that. And that's when she definitely started getting more of her following and stuff. Once the comic books started coming out and people started getting more of a storyline, which I wish they would keep up on the comic books and stuff. And you know, kind of sucks with old boy leaving, old Dollar Mustard taking off and stuff. So
yeah.
putting everything in a different direction, I guess now.
So were you ripping these S2 Megas like right when Series 2 came out, or was it a little gap in between?
I was repping them as soon as they. Well, I can't say as soon as they came out because I was actually at work when they came out. So when I came home, um, my girlfriend at the time, yeah, she was pretty mad with all of the boxes that was coming in. But I had like 10, 12 boxes coming in today. You know, I came home to like well over 200 mega boxes. So, you know, of course, it took me a good 3 months to get home and actually start opening them. Of course, I was at work, you know, when I started getting them and stuff. So, it, you know, it could take me a good almost 4 months to start opening those mega boxes and stuff. But like I said, after I got those few auras and everything else, like, yeah, I'm kind of done. Plus, I'm going to do the seal game like I plan on to anyway. I don't know, I
Yeah.
like 20 or 30 of those. I was only supposed to open like 3 or 4, and that was it, just to see what it was about, you know, so.
Yeah. It's like, who knows what you got hiding in those other ones still, right?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I sent a few to a couple people, and every time I sent some to somebody, they always pull some pretty nice cards too. You know, I was like, oh.
All right. Do you still have one sealed case of Series 1 Megas?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I thought so. It's like, that's just insane because that's what, 20 megas in a case, right?
Yeah, 20 megas in a case.
Okay. So he's got 40 shards that, you know, that is something in a sealed case.
Yeah, I know it's crazy when they were like very expensive for the boxes. Someone offered me a very good amount of money for the sealed case at the time. I was like, yeah, I'm sorry, man, I can't sell it. You know.
Yeah. You just got to wonder how many of those are out there left, you know?
Yeah, that was kind of my thing is too. That thing's gonna sit with me for a very, very, very long time. And when I was in Texas, I was joking with my nieces and nephews and stuff. I said, "You guys are never gonna get none of my treasures. I'm gonna bury maps all over the world. And you guys have to figure out all these maps and stuff. Your uncle's gonna have all these maps. You're gonna figure out all these treasures. You're never gonna get them." So
That's pretty funny. But so with Series 1, maybe we can go back there for a bit.
yeah.
I always like to talk about like the aesthetic of the cards or the eye appeal of the cards. Like, what cards do you think have the best aesthetic in your opinion?
What was that?
Like, what cards do you think have the best aesthetic in Series 1 with the crystal shards?
Um. Hmm. I don't know. It's kind of a hard question to think of right now. To be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah,
Man, me, I kind of like the purple cards because they kind of look better, give a better glare and stuff. You know, I
okay.
think the purple kind of looks better, give off a way better aspect on the Series 1
All
ice.
right. So cards like Fortune and Bandolette.
Yep, and of course, Far Out, man. I love that card, man. That thing looks so nice in the ice, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, like when you first got in, like you said, you're from right at the beginning, and then you got your Megas for Series One or whatever. The first card you started with the prototypes. Was there a reason you branched off into the shards compared to just sticking straight to the prototypes?
Actually, I never got into the prototypes. I just saw the prototypes from the picture thing I was telling you about. I got into prototypes way later, but no, me it was more of the getting into cracked ice because I thought the ice was a lot more cooler when I got into it. The deal actually worked out with my little nieces was they get all holographics, all hollows, and I get all the ice. Then later on, I was like, you know what, girls, you guys like the ice, so I started breaking on giving the girls the ice. But originally, it was supposed to be I wanted all of the ice and the girls got all of the hollows. But
Okay.
obviously, that changed when I kept buying a bunch of hollow sets on eBay for dirt cheap.
Yeah. And then with Series Two, was it just kind of like the same thing? You just went straight for the cracked ice like you did with the Megas, just buying the what was it like 10 cases or something?
With Series 2, I didn't get a chance to buy cases because they were a lot harder to define. Series 1, David and Adam, they actually had a big promotion thing about the. Not much of a big promotion thing. They had a little small thing about it in their little blog about Fortnite coming up too after they went on pre-order. This is when everyone kind of started to figure out about it. So they actually went on there and went and pre-order all the cases and stuff, you know. And uh, man, sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. What were we talking about again, man?
Oh, we were talking about why you couldn't get cases for Series Two,
Oh
but you
yeah,
could.
yeah. Sorry, yeah. See, so Series 2 was harder because so most people weren't selling cases. You know, they were selling as boxes and stuff. So you actually couldn't find cases on Series 2. You know, I wish I could find some cases later on. You found cases, but they were like 3 times the cost in the case form. You know, so I was like, I'm not doing that. You know, so I would have wanted a case, but every single case was like 2 or 3 times the cost of a mega box when it was like $34 or whatever it was online. It was like $8, $9 people were making per box. But yeah, it was like double the cost for a case at a time. Like, yeah, no, I'm good.
All right. So did you also take that same approach to Series Three?
No, Series 3, I was kind of like moving out, not really focusing too much on Series 3. And I was like, I'm not sure if I'm really going to play in the Series 3, you know? But then later on, I was like, you know what? I might as well just stick to it. After I saw some of the cars and skins and stuff, like, oh man, I got to get into it. So, of course, yeah, it was definitely mostly focused on the ice. I know they got lasers and all those other things. Like those laser cards, for me, I don't think they look cool. So it's not really my type of things. I don't
Okay.
like the lasers and stuff, you know. So definitely the ice, I think, looks the coolest out of all of them.
So what particular cards from Series Three made you want to get into Series Three?
I would have to say, I should buy some Series 3 cards here because I do not know none of Series 3 cards by heart, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, those are definitely ones I definitely don't know all those by heart. But I know, man, one thing I heard spaced out their name right now. Man, oh man, she's a little Latin chick. Got the tool belt on. What's based on her name right now?
Yeah, I can't. I don't know.
Oh man, what is her name? I know her name. I know his name on top of my head is right now. And I'm spacing out all these names right now. And yeah,
Yeah. But so like Series Three, there just wasn't enough cards in the set that made you like really want to go deep into it compared to the other sets.
it was just the fact that it was way too many cards, and I just thought it was gonna be way too much money getting invested inside of it. Like I said, because they got what? I mean, I know it's kind of less cards, but not really. I know they got the ice and the hollows and lasers and all that stuff. I just thought it'd been too much of a chase and it was too much work. Series 1 was a lot of work, you know, and now you got a lot more collectors, and I just thought it'd been too much work. I know some people are like, oh man, you should keep it going. So you got Series 2 and Series 3 sets, but I just thought it was way too much work, and that's why I went the approach of doing the mega boxes because I this was a lot easier to try and get cards. Of course, I went with 3 piece on all the cards and skins that I saw that I liked, you know. So
Okay. For Series One, did you complete a hollow set?
for Series 1,
Yeah.
I have a master set of Series 1 actually. I got
Okay.
a master set with a bunch of extra cards and stuff. I got a master set with like some hollows I got like 9 of, some hollows I got 10 of, some ice I got 8 of, some ice I got 7 of. So it's a bunch of random with ice I got 5 or 6 or 7 of. You know, it's all over the
Okay.
place.
Yeah. That is something.
Yeah,
Just 7, 8 of the same ice. That's
yeah, I
incredible.
know. Well, it was just more of you never know. the reason I like collecting like that is you can lose something and then still have it later, you know. So the reason I like having a bunch of it. So it's like later on you have like, oh man, I'm gonna lose that. And then, sell it, you know. You have to even think
Yeah.
about it, you know. So
Was there one card in particular for Series 1 you pulled the most?
Wukong.
Wukong?
Wukong. Man, it was like I always wanted a different card, and every time Wukong, I think I might have pulled maybe 9 Wukongs, maybe 10 or so Wukongs.
Wow.
Yeah.
You also have a Wukong PSA 10, don't you?
Yeah, I got a Wukong PSA 10, and I think that's the one I used to have. I think I used to have maybe at one point, like a year and a half ago, I had like 6 or 7 of those, but a few people hit me up and got those out of my hands. But I think I'm down to like 5 right now, which I got left of those
Okay.
Wukongs. Yeah.
Yeah. And I actually own a Wukong as well, and a PSA 3. Yeah.
Nice.
So you pulled wow, that's just something 9, 10 Wukong you pulled.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. I was like, man, why I keep pulling this Wukong character? You know, it was, of course, I thought it was pretty cool skin and all, but it was like, man, I like to pull Black Knight, man. You give me like all this and that card. You can Peely's Gold Trooper. I pull like Gold Troopers, couple other good skins. You know, actually, I think I pulled my own Dark Farmer, which was nice. That was a good skin to pull, but definitely not that big card. You know, I would love to pull that big card. And originally, I had 2 teal cases I was supposed to save, and I opened one chasing that course, you know, I wanted that third Black Knight, I wanted that 3P, you know, so that third Black Knight took me a minute to find. I actually found a guy, he had a whole set online, and I had to convince him, and it's like, hey, I don't want the set, but I want your Black Knight. So he had to sell me the Black Knight out of the set and stuff. And so many people hit me, was like, oh man, you got that card? I was like, yeah, I sure did. I gave him an offer he could not refuse.
Yeah, that's a cool story.
Yeah.
And then, so other than Black Knight, what other cards did you not pull?
Man, I would say maybe that's probably the only card I can think of. The only big card not pulled maybe is definitely Black Knight. Every other card in that set, I just about pulled besides Black Knight.
Okay.
Never had that experience, so.
Yeah, it's something. You pull basically every card but the one. So interesting the way that worked out.
Yeah, I mean, there's probably more, but for like some of the bigger cards, yeah, and I know for sure I didn't pull no Black Knight or anything, you know, but there might be a few more cards out there, but quite a few of the cards I pulled quite a bit because I did open up a lot of products, so.
Is there like any cards that when you first saw it, you just thought they had a lot better eye appeal than you might have expected?
All the cards, like when you first saw the pictures and the things online, you didn't think they're gonna be that cool. But like me series 1, you know, they're technically cracked ice, not or crystal shards, not cracked ice. Yeah. So just the appeal to those, period. When I first saw them in person, every single one looked so cool. Me being honest, I love that whole set. You know, so that's what definitely made me chase the whole set. And just the ice is just, or the shards are very cool. The pattern's pretty cool on those cards. I just fell in love with them, so I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. And then, so did you really only rip Megas for Series 1? Did you get into the hobbies and the gravity feeds?
I got into the hobbies only because, so, you know, I ended up getting like maybe 13 or 14 promo sets because of they messed up one of my orders through David Adams. So I was only getting hobby boxes because the guy was sending me hobby boxes and the promo set like it was nothing. You know, he messed up one of my Luca orders, and which was kind of like I was talking about his Luca, one of 5 Luca card, and they said I was the 6th buyer. And after that, this dude hooked me up with so much Fortnite promo cards. Man, he was giving out like candy. My nieces got 3 or 4. A couple of my friends got a bunch. Yeah, I was getting those things like it was nothing. It was crazy.
Wow. So, do you have like an estimated for the current run on the promos just based off that experience?
Man, I don't know because there wasn't that many people on it. Who else I knew he was just giving promos like that. You know, I know a few people in the group were getting some from them also. And of course, they had their Black Friday sale also, which you can get the promos pretty easily and stuff. I told Wayne on the group about it. So who was it? Oh, yeah. Who was that had it? I think it was Panini Direct. Yeah, Panini Direct had a little sale going on. So if you bought anything product wise, you got a chance to like get a bunch of Black Friday packs. And actually, so you know, at that time I was chasing, of course, Zion cards. So we bought a bunch of Zion little packages and stuff. So yeah, we bought a bunch of promo cards around that time too. So we were stacked up on those things.
Okay. So you're already into the cards. What made the comics appeal to you?
Comics was I was when I grew up I read comics. I always read comics, and I grew up on comics and reading comic books and stuff. So it was like when they had comic books, I was like got a copy to read, of course, and of course I got the whole graded set for the first one that came out. So just I grew up reading comic books. I was a comic book kid. I was a nerd, I guess you could say. I love comic books and love it. So it was always fun reading those things.
Do you read the Fortnite comics or just keep them
I
sealed?
I read them, and that's why when the Marvels ones first came out, they weren't really in the story, so like they're on the cover, so it was like okay. But it was nice when DC kind of came out and actually implemented Fortnite into the storyline. Actually kind of gave it its own story. Instead of Marvel just doing on the cover, and then had a little small glimpse of some one of these story. I guess I don't know.
Yeah. So you're in touch with the Fortnite storyline and everything like that?
I wouldn't say 100% in touch with the storyline, but yeah, I know bits and pieces. But of course, on Friday nights with THG being been on there, with those guys, and being with you also, and everybody who's there, just talking and hearing what everybody's got to say through there, so I get all information from. So, well, lately, whenever I get a chance to be on, so.
Is there any like particular character from the storyline that made you want to go after the card even more?
The scientist.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, the scientist. I got the scientist. I thought he was a very cool skin, and I was like, oh man, it's not the okay skin. But after the storyline and everyone started talking him up, and Rob's always talking about the scientist and stuff. I know he loved the scientist. I know. I think aren't you kind of a fan of scientists also? Cause I know you like
Yeah.
What the card you got recently. I want to space on his name too.
The Secret Secret you're talking about?
Yeah.
That was a set that the scientist was in that I needed to complete. And I do scientist as well. I really like him.
Yep. Him being part of the storyline definitely made me. I think I got like 4 or 5 PSA 10s of his ice right now.
Okay. Yeah. So you like the members of the Seven, like the Visitor and the Paradigm?
Yep. And just hearing you guys talk about that, I definitely collect those for sure, and definitely make sure I got at least a good 1 or 2 PSA 10s of those. Part of the 7.
Yeah. I actually that's one of the cards I have as a Visitor PSA right now.
Yeah, and I saw that. That was a nice one to get back right there. That card right there is so beautiful in person, man. Oh my gosh, I love that card. That card is so clean. It's nice, and it's a cool card.
Yeah. I didn't expect him to look that good with that red and that pose when I first saw him in person.
Mm-hmm.
People don't talk about his eye appeal enough.
Yeah, definitely. That's the thing about those cards is the cards. Yeah, you can kind of see them online, some of that, but once you get those things in person, man, it totally changes the perspective of everything. And people, oh man, things are beautiful, and they're very good looking cards. So, yeah.
So when you originally took the sports cards, were you more basketball or football? I was just curious.
I was more of I would say 50-50, but definitely more basketball because in football, usually the quarterback or some big linebacker, big name player kind of takes the cake, and it's a little harder to make money off football than basketball cards. It almost seems like it's like a lot of bigger cards going basketball and stuff. So I was definitely more chase basketball cards. So
Okay.
plus there's a lot more football cards than basketball too. Players out there. So.
Yeah. So are you with the comics? Do you like get all the variations, the 1 of 25s, the 1 of 50s, and everything like that?
Of most of the comics, yeah, I definitely make sure I get every single one that comes out and make sure I pick it up. Even I go all over Europe and Germany and try to get those variants and copy covers and get the autograph versions. I have a very lot of comics.
Do you like the Peru comic cards?
Yes, I actually got some of those Peru comic cards. I actually had some here in some of my Series 2 box. I'm like, man, I don't remember even putting those in there, But I think those are so cool. And I have a bunch of those sealed boxes too that I got stored away. So.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to get any of those, but those are really nice.
They are nice, man. And I made the mistake of after Dylan kind of broke the news about him, I made the mistake of going to eBay and was like, oh, I'm going to buy these here. And yeah, I beyond overpaid, for those things. Made one of those first time buyer things because I was at work and I was busy at work and I paid attention. I was like, oh man, those are cool. And I didn't look at the price. It's kind of hit by. I was like, oh, it was a set. And later on, I looked at it. I was like, man, how much was that set? I was like, man, I almost wanted to say, hey man, hey bud, that was my little kid who did that buy. Can we cancel that? But I biting the bullet and took the whole first set I bought off eBay. But that was a mistake. I paid like 5 times the cost, you know.
Are you also interested in the reloaded set?
Oh yeah, definitely interested in the reloaded set. I sent in a bunch of Renegade Raiders, of course, which I thought was gonna. I sent in with this set right here, and I thought they're gonna come back at 10, but I didn't notice the Italy corner until later. You know, you already know the Italy cards are famous for those corners, you know. So yeah, my reloaded ones, I think it came back like a 7 or something. Of
Was
course,
that
you
the
know this. Also, my PSA stuff that came back. This is my Skull Trooper PSA 10. I got, I think, 3 more of these. I need same thing get graded. I think the other 3 would do good, but I don't think the other one do PSA 10. But I think the other one should do 10s on my Skull Troopers.
that Skull Trooper's beautiful, man. Congrats on that 10.
Yeah. But yeah, I got some. Of course, I got reloaded, man. Reloaded. And plus, you know, Wayne got them cases for sale right now, man. And you know me, I'm working on my Fortnite store, so I'm gonna definitely load up on the reloaded cases.
All right.
And, but yeah, see, mine came back as I think 7s and a 6. You know, I know Wayne wants every single one in his hand. You know, so Wayne, you're not getting these. No kidding. I'm kidding. I wish they would have came back at 10, but I didn't notice the Italy corner until way later. So yeah, I definitely like reloaded, and I actually got 2 reloaded sets, you know. So
Okay. Is there any cards from Reloaded that aren't in the original sets that you want to get more of just based on eye appeal?
Man, I'll say the only card, of course, is the big dog. You know, Renegade Raider for sure.
Okay.
I mean, seeing Wayne do his collection and stuff, man, and seeing that card, you know, it's just a base. That card is a sick card. You know, even if me, I mean, I ain't got OCD or anything, but man, that card been off center sometimes. I'm looking at it and it's just like it. Yeah, it throws me off at times, but I'm still gonna get a bunch of them in my set, but. I don't really like it because of that aspect of how off-center that card is. But like off-center about angled it is, you know, the reloaded card. So they kind of, I wasn't a fan of them at first because of that, you know. But they work.
Yeah.
I'll put some in my set.
And then so you're also pretty big into the stickers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you starting to grade your stickers too?
The stickers, I'm slowly starting to get all that stuff graded. I would like to get all that stuff graded. My main focus, of course, is the Series 1, but man, I got so much Series 1, it's going to cost me a lot of money to get my Series 1 stuff graded. You know, like I said, I got 5 or 6 of some ice, and I got to be very crucial which ones I grade and stuff. Of course, definitely the Black Knights for sure when all those graded. Of course, like the P. Lees and, you know, rest of my dark or rest of my other cards and stuff, you know, so.
Yeah. It's like for the stickers, is it just Black Knight or do you go after some of the other ones?
Black Knight and also Black Knight and Galaxy are 2 main ones I'm chasing in those 2, you know. So everybody know I'm trying to find some more of those right now, you know. Sitting on a pretty good set right now. I think most of the ones I got, they're actually for the Black Knight, they're actually from Brazil, you know, so I got a bunch of them, you know, and keep adding to the set, you know, for all of those little stickers. And I think I'm sitting on well over 100 of the Brazil, and I like to be well over 100 for the Italy's if I can, you know, so I can keep just adding to the set, you know. Guys, just got a bunch on me. I really like the Black Knight. I feel like the Black Knight is gonna be a good alternative for the sticker for people to go to later, you know, if they can't get the Black Knight. Yeah, now they got the other base card, but I think the foil one is gonna be the one to go to. So I'm gonna get a bunch of these graded. Cause I think I want to send on like 25, maybe 30 of the actual made in Italy ones because they're actually 2 different cards. I thought they were kind of the same, and you know, in the Series 1, Brazil got way better cards, but in the sticker, the Italy ones are way better stickers. The red's brighter, everything's a lot brighter. So it's like I was like, oh man, spending way too much money chasing all these Brazil ones.
Yeah. And that's we talked about that on Instagram is the Series 1 legendary base are so rare, they might even not be able to find one of those.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have to go to the stickers. They'll have to go to Reloaded. Right.
Yeah.
So I know you just kind of mentioned Series 1 Italy and Brazil print. Do you also collect Italy and Brazil for Series 1, or is it just strictly USA?
I collect all 3 prints. Me personally, I like Italy. I still collected it a little bit here and there, but I don't so much chase Italy like I used to. But I mostly chase Brazil and USA. And I actually have a Brazil master set here also now. Actually, I
You
have a couple
do?
of Brazil master sets now.
Because those do pop up kind of often, actually.
Yes, they do for a very good deal, and they're actually going down in price. So anytime I can see one for a good deal, I'm like, buy.
Yeah. So, so I know you just mentioned you thought Brazil looked better than Italy. Is it because the shards look a little bit darker?
Yes, they look darker, and the hollows are a lot. The hollows in Brazil, man, they pop a lot more. They look cooler, and I mean, of course, they weren't circulated just like the USA was, because everybody knows how the whole story of Brazil went down. We had some lady, she basically came in a group like a mafia boss. She's like, hey, yeah, I work for Brazil. Uh, Panini, we got these cards and stuff. I was wondering if you guys are looking for sets and stuff. And the lady first came in and she kind of established herself into our group and stuff. And then later on, all these little guys from Brazil started popping up in the group and and popping up on eBay stores and stuff. So yeah, Brazil is definitely something a little different.
Yeah, and it's tough to find Brazil cards if you're not buying a full master set.
Uh huh.
Because I'm going for every Moisty Merman card, and
Yeah,
I struggle to find. I still haven't found a Brazil hollow or base yet. So I mean, it's hard to find those.
it is. Uh, and it's funny thing you said too, because I remember when people first came about and everyone was buying all those packs from the people in Brazil, you can
Mm-hmm.
find them then. But yeah, nowadays, yeah, you can't find too much Brazil. I mean, you can find some, but not a whole lot. I mean, it's a little bit out there. You would think there would be more out there, but yeah, there's not a whole lot on eBay for
Yeah,
Brazil.
yes, the epic hollows for Brazil have a much higher print than all the other ones because they came what like 10 per of those foil packs.
I never opened those, so I don't know even the hits on those.
Yeah, there was a thing where you get 10 epic hollow foils in a certain pack. So the epics for Brazil are presumed to be a lot higher print because of that.
Yeah, yeah. I wanted to get some packs, but by the time I got into them, they were already like 2 or 3 times the cost. That's why I never got into them. When I was at work, is when all that broke down. When everybody was buying those packs and breaking them open. Man, I was like, stuff always happens when I'm at work. So I got lucky with the Fortnite stuff that I had a bunch of time off work. It was like the only time I had like a good 2 months off in like 2 years or so, and I haven't had the time off to collect Fortnite stuff. But usually I'm always gone at work and miss a bunch of stuff. So
So was that the summer and fall of like 2019?
I'm on my summer plan and I could have went back to work, but I told my boss like, man, I just did almost 7 months for you, man. I was like, so I just want to take some time off. So I'm taking time off, and the only reason I took time off was to chase that Brazil set. I was like, I got money in the bank. I'm not worried about this stuff. So yeah, I took extra time off just to finish that set.
Yeah,
My boss like, hey, when you come back to work, I said, hey, man, at the end of like 2 weeks, I get down to the last like 2 or 3 cards, because I finished that set within I think the 2 or 3 month time frame. I think. If I
oh
remember
wow,
right.
that's nice. So
Yeah.
would you say you probably believe that the Series One USA print crystal shards have the best eye appeal of all Fortnite cards?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
definitely, definitely, definitely. I mean, those crystal shards are way different than the cracked ice for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
And so you come from sports cards. It's like those are different than any cracked ice from sports cards as well.
Yes, they are. They're way different. That was way something. Like you said, I was expecting something completely different. I saw those. I was like, "What's that?" I was like, "It's a little different," but yeah, I was expecting something a little different for sure.
Yeah, it's like if you look at Series Three, that resembles the sports card cracked ice a lot more.
Yes, it does. I agree with that. Me thinking about those do kind of represent those a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like those crystal shards, those are just something special.
Yes, they are. And even if, like I said, a lot of kids don't know about this Fortnite card stuff, man. And I'm hoping some other company can pick up the series and keep it going, or start some other new Fortnite cards and keep it going, or don't bring them again and become a lot more money later. I don't know, but it'd be nice
Yeah.
if somebody picks it back up so we can get more word out there about it. So.
And if you had your choice, who would you want to pick it up? Tops, Upper Deck, Wizards of the Coast?
Me personally, I will since Panini don't have anything going on. I'd rather Panini keep it. I know people talking about Panini might sell also, which of course I don't think they'll sell if anything ever happens. But they already got the lawsuit against the bigger company now and it's taking over everything. But I would rather see Panini keep it since they already got the series going. They already got the cracked ice cards, and they already got that thing going. I would rather see them continue that series going for sure. You know.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I think Panini would do it the best, and Epic already has a relationship with them.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's like we saw how good looking the cards were the first time. I mean, maybe another company picks it up, it doesn't look that good.
Yeah. Plus, I got my Panini connection, so they keep pronouncing. We can't lose that now, though.
Yeah. So, what do you believe is the print run on the Series 1 USA print crystal shards?
Man, that's a hard one right there. I know most people say probably no more than 500. Man, when you start seeing some of the numbers out there, I mean, it could be, man, but that's kind of a hard one to say right there. I mean, if I can knew somebody who actually works at the distributor center, that'd be the only way you can really find out that data. You know, if you knew people who work at the three biggest distributor centers, get some data information from there. You know, and you can see how many boxes they each got. You know, and you can get some good information from there. Until then, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, man, because there's not really a lot out there. You know, but 500 does sound like a number that's will be maybe 500 or less. You know, for sure.
I think it's definitely lower than 500. I mean, some of these cards you just never see. I mean, it's been 2 years without some of these cards popping up.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That is true.
and then Kari has a question for you. What is your top 5 cards from Series 1?
Top 5 cards in Series 1. I would definitely have to say Raven. I like Raven. So Raven, Dark Bomber, Bright Bomber, Power Chord, and at first I did not like Fish Sticks, but Fish Sticks is starting to grow. I mean, I like that card. That card is so cool. So I'll have to say Fish Sticks.
All right.
And not in any specific order.
Yeah. So you have what, 2 or 3 purple cards in there. So you really like those the best, don't you?
Yep. Yeah.
Do you have a
purple.
top 5 for Series 2 then?
Series 2, I'd have to say Aura. Let me go through a couple of my Series 2 cards, remember a couple of these names, because I definitely got a bunch of good cards here that I like for sure.
All right. And I like your Series 1 top 5. You didn't go based on value. You did based on your personal collection.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I don't care about value, man. That's what I'm saying when that Series 1 Master set sold and the second one sold, I had someone hounding me for a long time and offered me over $200K for my Master set. And I turned that down, and people thought it was crazy. I don't care about the money, really. I'm not hurting for the cash, so it's like, whatever.
Yeah, like I like how you ask most people, they're gonna say Peely, Black Knight, whatever. You said Raven and Dark Bomber, which are great cards, but it's like it's unique, it's different. I like that.
Especially Raven, man. Like I said, those purple cards, man, those things really do pop. Okay, here we go. This is Ragsy. She's definitely one of my top series two skins because I like how cool she is, and of course she's one of the skins that block the Fortnite logo, and not many cards do that, So I thought that was pretty cool and stuff, So Ragsy, she's definitely she's in my top 5 for sure for Series 5. I love that card.
Okay. Yeah, I like how you pointed out how it blocks the logo. There's probably only like 7 or 8 cards that did that.
Mm-hmm.
That is pretty unique.
That is pretty unique, and they don't do that much for cards and stuff, and of course we already know he's in there to a little yellow, so we got Yonder or so Ragsy, Yonder, or those would probably definitely be my top 3 for right now, and then there's I just had her Starlight, she's one of them. Yeah, Starlight, and there's another girl card I'm trying to find out I really like, and she's just freaking cool. So I know her name, but it's on top of my head, I can't get it out.
All right. Yeah, and then it's like again, you went with the unique cards. I think Rags is a really underappreciated card.
Oh yeah, big time. Here we go. Willow, that's what it is. Willow, that card is so cool, man. It's like a rag doll and stuff. Oh, Willow is so cool.
Yeah.
Definitely will be a skin I will pick in game and play with,
Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's that one's also covered the logos, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Another kind of logo cover. One of those. I like it too because it covers the logo and it's a cool card and I just love it, And it seems like they're like a team or something,
Yeah.
I would say, speaking of those Batman cards, I was going to say, yeah, these are some of the Batman cards. Yeah, these things are so cool, man. Made in Peru, and I definitely make sure I save some boxes of these. The sealed product. So
Yeah, those are cool. And it's like those have the more sports type cracked ice as well.
yeah, they do. And of course, I got a bunch of Series 3. Is it Series 3 box? Series 2. Oh, Series 2 box. Oh, Series 3 and Series 2. All these cheesy promo sets in Series 2. This is one box of them. Got 4 of them. I think I got like 10 of these things. I don't know why. It was like the cheesiest set, I know some guys, they got like 50 of those things. Like,
I actually like the Series 2 promo set, though. There's a lot of good cards in there.
yeah, the Series 3 one's nice, but the Series 2 is not that nice.
Yeah, Series 2 is that's a little rough one.
It is. It is a rough one. It's nice though. Series 3 one does have a bunch of big skins in there, especially with the yellow, and a bunch of cross play skins in there too. That's what's pretty nice about that promo set. Like 2 or 3 cross play skins that people love.
Yeah, the Chaos Agent and the Sky are the 2 big ones.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, and then there's another question in the chat for you from Kari. It says, when you look back on how you collected Series 1, is there anything you would change?
Yeah, I would keep everything I bought, and I would have like 9 or 10 of every single ice. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I mean, I respect that though. I mean, then you'd have everything pretty much. Control the whole
Yep,
market.
just about. No, but then a lot of other people wouldn't have got what they needed. So,
Yeah.
I would like to say one thing. I wish I didn't give up as many Pillies as I did. Everybody wanted Pilly. I think I only got Pilly for my master set left. My nieces each got one also. But yeah, he was a very hot card, and a lot of people, I want Pilly. And man, I think at one point I had like 6 or 7 of those, maybe 8 Pillies. But yeah, everybody wanted that Pilly cracked ice, man. So that was definitely one card I really wish I would have never got rid of any of those, But everybody wanted it, so I was like, okay, cool, whatever. I got my one for my set, But I wish I would kind of kept that one.
Okay. So
more of it.
Now they're kind of with a little bit of question. Is there just like any cards you just want to show off to the community just so people can take a look at?
I don't know about cards, but I definitely like to keep up on the sealed games and stuff. I got a sealed game, and a few people got sealed games for me that I want me to pick up from them and send them to get graded and stuff. So I like to keep up on the sealed games, also graded and sealed games. But for card wise, I think unless you guys want to see the Black Knights, the 3
Yeah, you gotta see the Black Knights, man.
I gotta see the Black Knights.
Gotta see the Black Knights.
I think. Oh, you know what? I will. It might be in here. Maybe. This may be the box with it.
All right.
Yeah, this may be the box with the Black Knights.
Yeah, you can just, as you go, maybe pull out cards you have something to say about, you'd like to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this is the box with the Black Knight. Yeah, because they're all labeled, and it would have been right here somewhere. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can talk about this one here. It's just part of the master. I do got a Zoe for sale. Everybody knows I'm looking for a Renegade Raider, so I'm kidding. So you guys do know I got an extra Zoe up for trade, and I got 3 or 4 cards. So you guys do know I am definitely looking to add some Renegade Raiders to the collection. So I am definitely willing to give up a few cracked ice. I got 4 or 5 of none of the 3P. We're not breaking up a 3P.
Can't break up the 3P.
We're not breaking a 3P. Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the Black Knights are in here, but let's see. Oh yeah, I got a good story on this Enforcer right here. So when I was trying to get this Enforcer 3P, I did a trade with somebody. No, that was yeah.
I'm a big fan of Enforcer, actually. I really like that card.
Yeah, that wasn't the one. Let's
Yeah, I got him in a PSA 9.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, for Enforcer.
Yeah. I didn't have him in a 9. I think I had him like an 8 or something. Somebody wanted him. I ended up trading him away because I got it from somebody else or something. Somebody wanted that one there out of an 8. And then I think I
Oh,
had it is Enforcer. I think it was Enforcer Hollow 10 I got off eBay and someone wanted it and I was like, I did not want to get rid of it, you know. And I was kind of like, the guy was like, oh man, I've been chasing the Enforcer 10 for a while. And he's like, I think you won a bid auction on it on me. I was like, yeah, I might have. So he ended up buying off me for what I paid for it, you know.
okay.
I should never. That's the reason I always share stuff to the group sometimes, man. You share stuff to the group and people know what you bought. Oh, man, I was bidding on that, you know. So, and people know I got a lot of stuff. So they're like, well, you already got like 50. I don't know why you need that. So they always kind of guilt trip me. I'm like, I guess I can sell it to you.
Yeah.
Oh, no. We do have one of the Black Knights. There we go. He's in there. So, you know, he's one of the Black Knights. So that means the other ones the other two are in the other can I got then. So, you know, of course, yeah, you got the Black Knight cracked ice. And this one's decent, but I definitely don't think this one would 10. This would definitely be a 9. I don't think that's a 10. But,
Okay.
you know, definitely the big dog right there, you know. So, we show off the Black Knight.
Yeah, like how you said it so casually. I got one of the Black Knights right here. You know, like
Well,
just so casually. You know, one of the biggest Fortnite cards. I just got one of them right here. The other two over there.
oh man, the team leaders. I love all the team leaders, man. Hands down, that's a cool little team right there. All the team leaders, man. I love all of them. So they're definitely one like a couple with each of their cards and stuff, you know. And I think all the bearers are cool too. Even the team leaders without the costumes on and stuff. I think they're cool.
Yeah. Is that one of the reasons why you're drawn to Ragsy? Because she's a cuddle team leader variation?
Yep. I was just gonna say that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
people are really after those cuddle team leaders recently. That's a hot card.
yes, they are, man. And they're such cool cards, and especially man, what's the Halloween version one? I can't remember that one, the green one with the
The
crazy eye.
spooky team leader.
Spooky Team Leader. I was like, um, so I actually had a couple of spares of those. I think I had two of them at the time, and I made the mistake of telling a couple of people that I had a couple of spares of those. A few people needed to finish up their master sets and stuff. And I was like, man, I should never have said I had extras of those, you know, because. But they were for people with master sets. If they're just for personal use, I would have never gave them to the few people I gave them to. You know, they wanted from certain Halloween sets. One guy wanted for Halloween set, and one guy wanted for the master set. But man, get rid of my three-peat, and that was kind of rough to get rid of, you know. But I did break up a three-peat on that one, so got
Okay.
just my one for the master set, and that's it, you know. So
All right. Yeah. And that is something. Just your overall collection is just incredible.
I went pretty crazy, man. We'll just say a lot of money went towards Fortnite when it came out, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of money. And I think these are these are some of my other prototype cards that I actually made a deal off Wayne on. And, um, you know, these are just, you know, they added the whistle on this one here, of course, you know.
Mhm.
These were actual words, the very first two prototype cards that I got off Wayne. We actually did a pretty good deal. He was looking for mega boxes at the time and Series 2 mega boxes. He knew I had a bunch. So I get a bunch of Series 2 mega boxes and cash and stuff. And I put a pretty good price for these here. So these actually were the first two prototypes that added to my set, which I still need to send in with CG. Still need to send the CGC with all my Italy stuff that I got, you know, also. So it'd be pretty
Yeah.
nice to get those in a CG case since they're the ones that are approving these things, you know.
And the prototype was one with the whistle, right? In the set, he doesn't have the whistle.
Yes, he doesn't have the whistle. That's what I was saying. I put him here in the package to show the difference too. I got the lamp also. Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, here he has a whistle on. I'm not sure if we can see that pretty good. And then this one here, he doesn't have a whistle, and this is the one that was officially released in the actual set, which is pretty
Mhm.
cool. And that's why I said I wanted a bunch of unreleased cards, but I went with a bunch of the skin changes and or costume changes cards. I thought they were pretty cool too because people like those also. You know, they're not that high dollar ones, but you know they're a little more affordable in my price range. You know, I'm like, because I'm one of the broker collectors here in this group. You know, I'm not one of these baller type guys out here, so you know I gotta
Yeah.
afford what I can.
And I like how you brought up the lamp. That's one with the where they added the flies on it.
Yeah, yeah, it is weird. They had the flies on it. Oh yeah, on the back end. There you go. Yeah. So yeah, on the back end of the lamp, yeah, you got the. You don't have no flies back. Hard. And then, no, I think I took the flies off actually, or changed it.
I knew it
Yeah.
was something with the flies. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like they changed the position of the flies, unless I got the ones in backward. Nope, it says it's the see-through logo. Yeah, they changed a few of the flies around and moved a couple things around on the lamp and stuff, and looked a little bit brighter almost too. And of course,
Okay.
some of them they zoomed in or zoomed out, you know, on some of those. But yeah, it looks like they actually got some type of thing on that one there. You know, on the back end, they don't have nothing on the back end. It's the right side. Yeah, they don't have nothing on the back end of that. So it's just a few changes.
Yeah, that's actually one of the. I almost bought a lamp actually at the National from Wayne.
Uh,
Yeah, that is cool. With like just the variations on all, even though they're small, it's just something different. A variation from the set. People are gonna love that in the future.
yeah. Especially the ones that zoom in or zoom out, you see more of the character or different article of clothing, or like some of the weapons, they got cool little logos on it or something, which is cool.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Anything else you want to look at?
Um, I have one last question for you.
Yeah.
So, if you can only keep one card from your collection, what would it be?
If I can only keep one card from the collection,
Yep.
Dark Bomber.
Dark Bomber. All
Dark
right.
Bomber. Yeah. Definitely Dark Bomber. I love that card, man. Like I said, it was yeah, it's a funny thing. I actually had a couple more at the time. Someone hit me up toward the end, was like, hey, I need a Dark Bomber. You got one? And I looked at it, looked at back at my phone, was like, nope, I don't have another one. So yeah, it's kind of hard when people hit me up for Dark Bomber, man. I don't want to give those away, you know. I love
Yeah.
that card. So it's such a very appealing card when you look at it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, if there's anything else you want to add, but I think that's good.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's good. Is there anything else you want to talk about or anything? I mean, yeah, I think we're good.
I mean, I really appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely was interested being on here. Like I said, it's not something I really like to do. I'm more of a private collector, but yeah, it was definitely pretty. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I really appreciate you coming on, and we can stay in contact over the Instagram DMs. And have a good rest of your night.
Yeah, for sure. You too, man.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
See you, man.